welcome.
All right, hi, cool. All right, so just as a small disclaimer, my time's a slide, so I might fuck up, and you just gotta deal with it. Awesome, let's go. Hello, I'm Malena Klaus. I'm a game programmer by day, but my passion is emotional design in games. I want to make games that depict and teach things like compassion, intimacy, and empathy. Games are a very powerful medium. Playing helps us from our childhood on to make sense of things and learn in a safe environment. I want to use them to help people explore their emotions in a healthy way. I had the unique opportunity to design an intimate experience with, at that time, complete strangers during the List Summit 2017 in Copenhagen. Martin, William, and Ludwig and I took on the challenge to design an analog experience that would allow strangers to get to know each other quickly and empower them to share intimate, personal topics with each other. Blanket Space is an experience for 3 participants. They will sit in a tight circle around a small pile of cards with a blanket over their heads. The blanket creates a safe space. A safe space is a place where a person can feel confident not to be harassed, judged, or exposed to any form of harassment. Before the session, players agree that everything set inside the blanket space will never ever leave that space. Furthermore, they are encouraged to create physical contact by either touching legs with their hands or any way really that feels comfortable to them. Participants can at all time take a break from the conversation by either staying silent, disconnecting the physical contact, removing the blanket from their heads permanently or temporarily, or by actually physically leaving that space. The experience starts with each participant humming together, which helps to reduce the awkwardness and helps players to be mindful about each other. Then they start talking about topics suggested on the cards in the middle. Everything is voluntary. After talking about the topics or deciding to end the session for other reasons, the group will be humming once more and then fold the blanket together. The humming in the beginning and end is a ritual that helps players to ease in and out of the experience, similar to what we do in LARPs. During the playtesting of this experience, we were surprised that people took a long time. We were expecting sessions to be around 15 minutes long, but the actual sessions turned out to take 45 to 60 minutes. I want to share with you a quote from Ellie Abraham about the experience. They said, "We sat such that our legs touched, held hands, and discussed desires, dreams, and nature. It felt like we had vanished into another space entirely, and we were completely oblivious to everything beyond the blanket." After the session, a debrief is essential. Opening up to strangers, building trust, and having deep conversations can be emotionally heavy, and it is important to make sure that everyone is all right, feels safe and calm enough to get on with their day. For the debriefing of Blanket Space, I recommend an informal conversation about the experience with the participants and, if wished, a facilitator, in a location that differs from the actual experience. Participants should be encouraged to check in with each other and reminded that all discussed things stay confidential. I want to stress that it is our responsibility as creators to do everything we can to ensure the safety of players, especially when we play around with their emotions. Furthermore, it is important to note that during the design process, we need to take care of the people we work with too. When you design an experience that is meant to be emotional, you need to be able to open up to the people you're working with, while still maintaining professional and personal boundaries. This is incredibly hard and can only succeed if everyone in the team is committed to a respectful and kind cooperation. It is important to make sure everyone is okay and feels safe every step of the way. In the specific case of Blanket Space, I was very lucky with the team I got matched with, and yet I went to a therapist afterwards. The design process showed me that I should improve my ability to set boundaries and that I do have personal challenges that will benefit from professional support. I'm very proud of the experience we created, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to do so. I believe that if we transform our work environments into spaces that are based on trust, kindness, and the honest concerns for each other, and take responsibility for the players' well-being too, then we can make the games that truly moves us. Games that can help us understand ourselves and others better. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, want to try out Blanket Space, or want to collaborate with me in any way. You can find a list of resources from this talk on my website, and you can also find me on Twitter. Please take good care of yourself. Thank you.